Siak ni Jenice, bida kayo, nagapo iti paset, bid 3A. Or should I say, good day everyone. I am Jenice bida kayo from bid 3A. The purpose of this video is to inform you about the ILOCANO group. So, are you ready? Let's go.
The ethnic group that I chose was the Ilocano group. So, before we start, I am going to give you a quick information about Ilocanos. So, who are the Ilocanos? The Ilocanos are the third largest ethno-linguistic group in the Philippines. The term Ilocano was derived from the words I, which means from, and loc, which means cover or bay, which, when combined, means people of the bay. They were also referred to as Samtoy, which is a contraction of the phrase Saumi Ditoy. In English, this is our language. Today, the Ilocano dialect is the third most spoken language in the Philippines. And now, let us proceed about the facts of Ilocano groups. And now, let's proceed to the characteristic of the Ilocano group. So, the Ilocanos are hardworking, determined, simple, and as well appreciative, but they are also known for being stingy, or the term kuripot in their tongue. Yet, for them, being called this is just a joke among all Filipinos, not as a negative description of their kind. It is their characteristic that our nationality have grown to understand. The term kuripot in English is being thrifty because they value money so much that most people see them as stingy. But in truth, they are just thrifty. They want to spend what they earned wisely. The next that we are going to discuss about the Ilocano group is their clothing. The traditional Ilocano dress made from Annabelle reflects the admirable qualities of the Ilocana. Her aura of quiet beauty, appealing, shyness, and dignity in her manners, she selected colors expressing her modesty and simplicity. Her typical dress came in a two-piece ensemble, blouse and skirt. The blouse, called kimona, is either plain white or pastel. And now, let us proceed to the tradition and culture in terms of saying of the Ilocano groups. To be honest, I am excited with this. So, let us start. The sayings that were so much believed in by the Ilocanos are the following. The first is a mature person always put his feet on the ground and foresees his next step. In Ilocano, ti tao nga albod madinto pulos mapagtalgan. And the next one is, even it pours a gold of bars, if you are lazy man, you could not pick anything at all. In Ilocano, uray agtudo ti balitok, no ti tao ket sadot, badin to pulos makapidot. The next one is, in terms of Ilocano, iti utang mabayadam, ngam tinaimbag anakem saan. In English, a person who does not have depth of gratitude will never be successful in life. Cultures and tradition that are reflected in these sayings are not forgetting where she came from, being responsible, being industrious, more prudent towards other people, being helpful and unselfish, being thrifty, being honest, being respectful, and being hardworking. The Ilocano saying are being applied in their everyday life by practicing their culture and tradition freely. The Ilocano saying they so much believe in also become the basis of their honorable and progressive living. And now, let us proceed to the ceremonies of the Ilocano. The first one is marriage. Ilocanos have a very strong family tie. Just like all Filipinos, they follow all the norm inside the house and within the family. Like the father being the head, the one who provides and for the family to survive. The mother being the light of the home, the one who takes care of the children and manage all the house finances. Plus, the Ilocanos have high respect to their parents, which is absolutely evident in their marriage traditions. Before even planning for marriage, Ilocano youth seek first the approval of both sets of parents. The parents are to decide if they would agree to let their child marry or not. The young man, groom, asks for his parents' consent. His parents will pay the dowry and finance the wedding. So now, let us proceed to the Festival of Ilocano. Here are some of the festival of the Ilocano in their mainland. The first festival is called Bakbakara Festival. Bakbakara in Ilocos Norte Farmers Festivals, November 30. The legendary word Bakbakara is a species of freshwater fish abundant in the river during the 5th century, which gave birth to the town's name. The next one is Guling-Guling Festival. It was always been celebrated on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. And the next one is Pamulinawen Festival. It was celebrated on February 10 in Lawag City. The next one is Pinili Town Fiesta and Agro-Industrial Fair and Garlic Festival. It was celebrated on April 13 to 16. The next one is Empanada Festival. It was celebrated on December 8 to 30. The next one is Sinaet Garlic Festival. It was celebrated on May 1 to 3. The province-wide cooking contest is also held side by side with the search for the biggest garlic bulb and garlic bundling. And the next one is Pinakbet Festival. It was celebrated on April 3 at Santa Maria, Ilocos Sur. They are features street dances and cooking competition and honors the Santa Maria's farmers. The next one is Binatbatan Festival. It was held at Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. It was celebrated the first week of May. The next one is Tobacco Festival. It was held at Candun City, Ilocos Sur. It was celebrated every last week of March as a thanksgiving for the city bountiful harvest of tobacco. The next one is San Fernando Town Fiesta. It was celebrated on February 6 to 12 to honor Saint William the Hermit. The next one is Boy Boy Festival. It was celebrated on February 9 to 11 at Burgos, La Union. Boy Boy or Tiger Grass. The next one is Bangus Festival. It was celebrated on April 16 to May 1 at Dagupan City, Pangasinan. The next one is Puto Festival or White Gold Festival. It was celebrated on May 5. Next one is Sigay Festival. It was celebrated at January 15 to February 2 at Binmali, Pangasinan. And now, let us proceed to the common livelihood of the Ilocano. Rice is the staple crop grown on small fields and irrigated by rainfall during the rainy season. Vegetables and pigs, goat, and chicken are also raised. Tobacco is an important cash crop. Many Ilocanos supplement their incomes by wage work or handicrafts. And now, let us proceed to the contribution of the Ilocano to the Philippines. It was called the Ilocano weaving industry globalization. Weaving in the Philippines is not only a form of art for the native Filipinos, but a part of the way of life that may be tracked back to before the Spanish colonization. Weaving is defined as an eminent method of textile production in which two typical sets of yarns or filaments are interweaved at right angles to construct a fabric or cloth. This is a process of intertwining the vertical yarns and the horizontal yarn, respectively known as ganay and pasakan in the Ilocos province. So, it was the known contribution of the Ilocano to the Philippines. So, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the problem or challenges that the Ilocano faced. So, Governor Emmy R. Marcos shared during the Asian CEO Forum on March 8 that outmigration has been Ilocos Norte's perennial problem, steadily being addressed since she sat as governor in 2010. While migration alone is not a bad thing, she pointed out that it had led to overdependence on dollar remittances, which then hindered the growth of local industries like the small and medium enterprises and the hospitality and tourism sector. According to her, young Ilocanos began questioning why economic progress seemed to require leaving home and working far away from their families. The challenges clearly was to build a livable, sustainable, and resilient Ilocos Norte where migration was a choice. Either stay home to make a decent wage for your family or migrate overseas to earn, learn, and quickly return, she pointed out. Business process outsourcing companies Accenture and Aclorica opened and began operations last year, a testament to Governor Marcos' aggressive measures in providing more jobs to a large Ilocano capital. The companies employed thousands of young professionals, helping to eliminate the mentality that migration is the only viable choice for them to support their families. Addressing business tycoons from the biggest companies in the Philippines and across Southeast Asia, She concluded her speech with an invitation to investors, help us generate secure, well-paying jobs that will keep mothers and fathers at home with their child so that soon, leaving home will simply be another choice, Marcos governor urged. As a free information about Ilocano Group, let us proceed to the famous food in the Ilocano. First, Ilocano famous food is pinakbet. Pinakbet is the tasty vegetable dish made up of different fresh vegetables, pork, and shrimp paste. This pinakbet recipe is a variation of the popular Tagalog version of this dish, Pakbet Ilocano, that originated from the Ilocos region. This pinakbet recipe is comprised of different vegetables such as eggplant or talong, squash or kalabasa, sting beans or sitaw, ampalaya or bitter melon, okra. The next famous food of Ilocano is called bagnet. Bagnet is a deep-fried crispy pork belly dish that is similar to lechon kawali. It is originated from Ilocos and is considered to be a top favorite among Filipinos. The third one is called papaitan. Papaitan is a famous Ilocano soup dish mostly composed of cow or goat innards. The name of this dish was derived from the Filipino word pait, which means bitter. The bitter taste of this soup comes from the bile. This is a bitter juice extract by the liver and is stored in the gallbladder to aid digestion. Although this soup is popular, one needs to develop an acquired taste to enjoy it. Once an acquired taste has developed, you will surely appreciate this dish without minding its components. The last Ilocano famous food is called puki-puki. Puki-puki is a delicious eggplant dice made by Ilocano. It is another twist of eggplant and it is one of the most tastier meatless food ever created. So those are the famous food of Ilocano groups. Now, let us proceed to the products of Ilocano groups. So the first one is bangos. Second is bagoong. Third is tobacco. Fourth is rice. Fifth is corn. And sixth is the sugar cane. To complete the information about the Ilocano group, I'll just give you a quick information about the famous Ilocanos. The term Ilocano people is refers to the dominant ethnic group from the northern part of the Philippines and is considered as the third largest Filipino ethno-linguistic group. 6 former Philippines presidents were Ilocanos. Quirino was a lawyer by profession and a representative of his province before assuming the presidency. The next one is Ramon F. Magsaysay. The country's 7th president was a pure Ilocano from Castillejos, Zambales. Magsaysay, however, was not able to finish his term as he died in a plane crash 4 years into the presidency. Ramon del Ferro Magsaysay Sr. was the 7th President of the Republic of the Philippines, serving from December 30, 1953 until his death in an aircraft disaster.
Sa paylakumata nakapidot kayo iti adal, panggap iti Ilocano. Agyamanak tanangtad kayo iti basit nga oras, ti pinagbuya ito'y nga video. Or should I say, I hope that you have learned from this video about the Ilocano groups. Again, thank you for watching!